Diddy walking, y'all. Think about it. I mean, basically, he won. He got over the most serious situations. I mean, they the Rico didn't stick. The trafficking didn't stick. So one, two, and four. Now he got guilty of transportation, which is the Man's Act, which is a racist act in itself because that's the old uh, Jack Johnson, the boxer that they still got on the books. The old racist bigot still got that old law on the books. What had happened was this: Frico, but not Rico. I'd already done the video about it, and I'd already talked that, listen to the experts, the legal experts talk about it. He did not break any laws. The worst mistake that the sorry account prosecution government put on was having Cassie week one, because she talked, and what she ended up doing was being a co-conspirator. So all that invasion on his privacy, all that stuff that they did not have the things. He had the resources to counter it, and he also had the ability to take it on. So the more and more the case went on, yes, his case was actually worse than R. Kelly's. The difference is that R. Kelly got actually hit with double jeopardy and didn't have the money to counter his situation. That's what ended up happening in his case, because he got overcharged. Diddy got overcharged. The Diddy thing, though, I'm going to say it like this. It was two things that raised the red flag that was coming up. First, the mistake they made was that they wanted to offer him a plea deal. Feds brag about 98.9 conviction rate when they started doing that. Second thing was like the next to the last day of last week was when they did what? They pulled off those four additional charges. Because if they don't pull them four off and they stick, he probably walks all the way through. And the charges that are still pending, which may or may not give him time, he's already served almost a year in the pokey. So give or take, and you take his prior history and you go through this and that, he might not have to serve any time or probation or something like that. So what they have done consequently is they got their head between their legs. They messed up royally. He got overcharged by over sensationalized industry. Now, don't get excited because ain't nobody gonna touch him. He's gonna be ostracized. You white folks came after him to take him down. And what does he really have to offer? Because when you didn't already, they sniffed at you with the alcohol and all that. But what he was able to do is by handling on his money on a rainy day. That's as close to a black man's justice when you have money to have the right lawyers, the right